Yarn sensation. Just click on my yarn lady or click the subscribe button. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Yarn Sensation. I'm so happy that you have decided to spend a little time with me today. And what we will be making will be my drinking buddy. And it's just a little crochet piece that I created that I thought was really cute. And I just attach it to my drinking glass or cup or bottle, and it just holds on to the side. And I will also show you a little attachment. We'll just use some chain stitches to add to the back of it, and that way you can attach it to your drinking vessel. So I just think it's just a little fun, cute idea to have. And it's really easy to crochet. It's quick and fast to create. And once you add those googly eyes, it brings it alive. I use sports weight yarn for a smaller finish, and that will be the pink one. And then I use 4-ply yarn for a larger finish, and that is the gray one. And I use the same size hook, and that is a 3.5 millimeter hook. You can use, any color choice would be fine. I haven't tried it with any other type of yarn weight, so it's up to you if you want to experiment with another weight of yarn. And you'll also need your yarn needle and any glue that you choose to work this pattern with. Okay, to get started, I will move our little buddy out the way, our buddies. And the shape that you're seeing is just from me crocheting it. I didn't pin it. I didn't spray any starch on it, but you're welcome to do that as well. But this is just the original look once I finish creating the piece. And you'll also need a pair of scissors. So let me remove them and we can get started. And I will be using this color to create my little drinking buddy today. And if you're curious of the type of yarn, this is Craft acrylic yarn, and it's 4-ply. To get started, you want to chain 2. In that second chain from the hook, you want to place 2 single crochets. For row 1, you will have a total of 2 single crochets. Next, you want to chain 1, turn your work, and we will be increasing for rows 2 through 8. Next, for row 2, you will place 1 single crochet into that first stitch, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. You want to chain 1, turn your work. You completed 3 single crochets for row 2. For row 3, you want to place 1 single crochet into that first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and 2 single crochets into the next stitch. You want to chain 1, turn your work. For row 3, you created 4 single crochets. For row 4, you want to place 1 single crochet into that first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, and 2 single crochets into that last stitch. Chain 1, turn your work. You completed 5 single crochets for row 4. Row 5, you will place 1 single crochet into the first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, and 2 into your last stitch. You want to chain 1, turn your work. You completed 6 single crochets for row 5. Row 6, you will be repeating. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet into the next, and 2 single crochets into that last stitch. You want to chain 1, turn your work. You completed a total of 7 single crochets for row 6. Row 7, you will repeat 1 single crochet into that first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next, 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 and 2 single crochets into that last stitch. You want to chain 1, turn your work, and you will have a total of 8 single crochets for row 7. Row 8, you will repeat again. 1 single crochet into the first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, 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 and 2 single crochets into that last stitch. And so far, this is what your work will look like. You want to chain 1, turn your work, and you will have a total of 9 single crochets for row 8. And this is considered the body of your drinking buddy or your buddy. Okay, once you complete row 8, our next rows will be decreased rows, and that will create the head for your buddy. So for row 9, make sure you chain 1 before turning and starting row 9. You want to skip your first stitch, place 1 single crochet into the next stitch. If I can just hold on to these stitches. 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, 1 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet in the next, and you will decrease over the last 2 stitches. You want to chain 1, turn your work. For row 9, you will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. For row 10, you will repeat row 9. You want to skip that first stitch, place a single crochet into the next stitch, a single crochet into the next, a single crochet into the next, a single crochet into the next, and you will decrease over the last 2 stitches. You want to place your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, place your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Pull your hook through those 3 loops. You want to chain 1, turn your work. And for row 10, you will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. For row 11, you want to repeat. You will skip your first stitch, place 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, and you want to decrease over the next 2 stitches. You want to chain 1, turn your work, you will have a total of 1, 2, 3 stitches. For row 13, you want to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Next, you want to chain 1. You want to cut your yarn, leave a tail. Okay, next you want to weave in any yarn tails and we will meet back. Okay, once you have weaved in your tails, you will have a shape similar to this. You want to grab your yarn and you will be joining your yarn at row 8, and that will be at this point. It will look like a kite, and right at that point will be your row 8, and you just want to join your yarn. Once you have your yarn joined, just chain 1, and what you will do is place 1 single crochet along the edge to your peak, and that would be the bottom. That would be row 1 right at the bottom, and you will have a total of 8 single crochets along this side. And once you get to the bottom, we will meet back. Okay, I have completed my 8 single crochets along the first side, and when you get to the peak at the bottom, after you did single crochet 8, you just want to slip stitch into that stitch. You will chain 2, 1, 2. You will slip stitch back into the same stitch, and you just want to repeat on the other side, single crochets along that side back up to row 8, and we will meet back. Okay, once you complete 8 single crochets, you want to chain 1, cut your yarn, leave a tail long enough to weave into the back side of your work. Okay, so I weaved that tail into the back side of my work. So next we will create our legs, the feet, and then we will do our arms and the hand, and create a little holder on the back, add our googly eyes, and you can go sit and have a drink with your little drinking buddy. Okay, so next we will be creating our legs. This is the top of our little buddy, and this is the bottom, and the bottom is right here where the peak is, so you can turn it upside down if you like, and turn it over so that you are looking at the wrong side of your work. And if you're looking at the bottom at the peak, you want to come up 1, 2 stitches, and right at that second stitch place your hook into that stitch and back in to the stitch below it, so it will pop up and look like this. Grab your yarn and you just want to pull it through and under that stitch. You want to chain 14. Once you have 14, you want to place a total of 3 single crochets into that second chain from the hook. Once you have the 3, you want to slip stitch into the next chain up. Chain 1, and you want to cut your yarn, leave a tail, and that will be your first leg and the foot. Next, you want to turn your work and still working on the back side, and you want to do the same as you did on this side. Okay, so we have created our legs. Next, we want to create our arms. So you just want to work from the back side. Right at row 8, you want to join your yarn. Once you join your yarn, you want to chain 9. Once you have 9, you want to place 3 single crochets in that second chain from the hook. You want to slip stitch in the next chain. Chain 1. Cut your yarn. Leave a tail. Pull your yarn through and tighten. And you want to repeat the same on the other side. Okay, so this is what our work will look like at this point. So the next step we want to do is get rid of our yarn tails, and you just want to weave them into that part where they're located. So for the hand, you just want to weave it into the hand area. And you have a tail at the beginning of the arm and then one at the hand. Same thing for the legs. And you just want to weave everything in, and we will meet back. Okay, on the back, you just want to place your hook into one of your stitches on the 8th row. You want to join your yarn. You want to chain 2. 1, 2, and you just want to join it to the other side. Chain 1, cut your yarn and weave your tails into your work. Okay, so the next step would be our Googly Eyes, and you can pick whatever size you want. I believe these are the medium size Googly Eyes, and I purchased from Hobby Lobby, but I believe Walmart as well sell them. Just about any craft store has them. But I have these little cute ones, and you can use whatever glue that you like, and you just want to place them below your last row. So you just want to come below that row, and however you want to place your googly eyes, I prefer that they be placed close, touching, you know, close together, and they're touching, and just glue them on. Oh, okay, so we created our little drinking buddy, and I think they're so cute and adorable. They look like they're dancing, one look like okay, it's okay, and one just happily waving. I did nothing extra to make the shapes or create the arms and legs to move in a certain way. It's just how it, you know, shaped itself once I completed it. But feel free to block if you want. And I really enjoy everyone spending a little time with Yarnsensation, and have a great day. Thanks.